So now that you have created your blog, you can also customize your blog. So where can you do all these things? Well, here you have your blog name, and here is a menu item of all the different options you can do. So if you go to the overview, just say OK. We don't want to do that automatically. But here you can see how many people saw your page and all that, and some other names. So we actually don't need that one. Post pages, comments, Google+, stats, earnings, campaigns. So those are all different things. But here, this is where you want to change your template. So now you can see what it looks like right now. You can change it, or you can choose a different color. So, and you can view what some of them might look like. I might choose something a little bit more interesting. Oh, that one looks a little bit more fun. You can see there are lots of different types, so it's up to you what you would like to choose, because it is your blog. It should reflect you as a person. Okay, and then you just click on Apply to Blog. So what I'll do is I'll say that the template's been applied, so you can go up to the top, and then here you can customize it for the different types of font that you might want. So for me, I'm okay with the backgrounds and all that, but the layout, you can change how you want the layout to be, body layout, adjust the widths, or your background. There's different themes you can use. And there's somewhere else where you can change the titles. So page text, what kind of text you want to use, things like that. Okay, so this is where you can change that information. So here I'd like to change the title, the font that's being used for my title, to be something a little bit more fun. Okay, so you can play around and decide which one you want to use. I have a fun one somewhere. And then once you've figured out which one you want to use, it's always taking a very long time trying to choose one. Okay, once you've figured out which one you want to use, you just say Apply to Blog. Okay. And then when you want to go back, you can view your blog to see what it looks like. Okay. Or you can head back to Blogger. One thing I do want you guys to add is I do want you to add a widget. So you need to look at your layout. Oh, here we go. Basic. This is where, if you go to the settings, this is where you can change the title of your blog. Okay. You can add a description to your blog. You want to leave this privacy as it is, because we do want it listed on Blogger and we want it to be able to find it. Here's your blog address again, and blog authors. So I'm the only author for my blog. You do not need to add your teachers as authors, and the blog readers should be public. Okay, so if you make any changes to that, you should save it. And that's it for blogs. Let's take a look at your layout. As I mentioned before, this is where you can add, you can change the way your layout looks for your blog. Here you can add information like your blog archive and all that. Here we want to add a gadget. So we're going to click on the gadgets, and we're going to see what are the different types of gadgets we can add. And there's one gadget, and you can decide what gadgets you want to add, but the one gadget that I definitely want you guys to add is a label cloud. So here, labels. Show all the labels of your post in your blog. So you want to press on the plus button here, because that means we want to add it. We want it to be, you can say, leave it as labels, but we want it to display as a cloud. And we want it to display by frequency. So the more labels that you have in a blog, the bigger the font will be for that. Okay? You can call it labels or you can call it tags. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to leave it as labels because that's the terminology they're using in Blogger. And you press save. Okay? And now you can see that it's put over here. And then here I'm going to delete this one. So I'm going to remove the About Me and the blog archive. You can edit that and show how you want to show your previous ones, and you can do that. Okay, and save. But you do need to have the labels gadget on there so that we can find your science reflection labs for your labs. And that's customizing.